We have a very, very special call today. I'm super excited because if you're watching our screen, if you've arrived, you see that we have a family here, specifically a father-son team, which I absolutely love. You guys hear me talk about strengthening the family economy. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's call. So I'm really, really excited for that. So again, good morning, everybody. This is Ann Sieg, Saturday Morning Live. I have with me, of course, Brian Cummings, who is our awesome, incredible Director of Training and Coaching. And I have with me Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so we're going to go to our, do you have the slides up, Brian? And I'll just go through a little bit of that.
Yep.
It's our 3 pillars of e-commerce success. They are: number 1, turn on that spigot, generate cash flow to jumpstart your business and keep it going. Number 2 is to automate systems. Why? So you can free up your time and scale up your business. And lastly, build assets to pass on to your family or sell to investors for a profit. So as you're seeing, folks, today, we've got a family team on. So this is going to be really fun and instructive. So let's go to that next slide there, featuring the Beard family. So here's what I have to know. So first of all, I have to share my passion with everybody that's here. I mean, I love the family unit. I believe that is the most important, this is what makes our culture strong, is a strong family. And what better way to strengthen the family all the more is when a family works together, strengthening their own family economy from within and having that opportunity to do so. I just see Kevin Jr. smiling so broadly. I love it. So let's do this. I want to hear the backstory. First, Kevin Sr., tell us about your background, what you are doing or currently are still doing as you've come into the e-commerce business school.
When I started off, I was a general manager of a local hotel chain. And I was there close to 16 years. And then I was struck with cancer. I'm still recovering from cancer. And Kevin Jr. had brought it to my attention about the e-commerce. And I was hesitant. I didn't want to do any type of side jobs like this. So I said, Kevin, you learn more about it and maybe I will participate. So he shared it all with me. And we looked over it from the YouTube commercials to everything else. And I said, wow, this may be what this family needs. So then here come the coronavirus. And we said, wow, we had to cut back at the hotel. Even my position was cut back. So I said, wow, this may be, Kevin, let's get it. Let's do it. And we started in August. And I told the family together, if we're going to do this, we're all in. There's no pulling out. We're not doing good now the first week, the first month. No, we're going to hit some bumps. We're going to fall. But we're together as a family will keep each other going. And man, that's been Junior involved. He's more of our computer whiz, loading the inventory. I'm more of the purchasing. My wife is the bookkeeper. Oh my God, she has taken us from levels of preparing binders for each one of our jobs. And we enjoy that because anytime we need to go back and see something, she's prepared books for us. And my daughter is the shipping person. She handles all of our shipping.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
We took it and said, you know what, when we got started, I'll never forget when we had some of the coaches like Brian and Danita and Candia. We said, we're going to be your 6-figure family. And everybody was like, oh, okay, everybody says that. We're going to see. And now we're on our way. And I'm not going to give up. We push each other every day to get up. Let's go do this. Let's get this done. So, yeah, we are pushing to the second VA. So we're doing pretty good anytime you can hire 2 VAs.
That's incredible. All right. I had the story. I had assumed something wrongly, which I thought it came from the papa. It's from the son. So, and I'm amazed. I love those manuals. Oh boy, do I love those manuals. All right. Kevin Jr., what's the backstory? What's your path and journey up to then that led you into EPS? I am really curious.
Well, it all started when I got laid off at my job. And I was working at the same place he was working at, the hotel. And it was a pretty good job for a while. But then I noticed that, I needed something more. I needed more drive, I needed more income, and I needed more time. So one day we was all in the living room watching a movie, and we also noticed an ad, and it was for the e-commerce business. So I said, hey, Dad, this is probably a good idea. Let's check it out. So we watched the video a couple of times, and we was like, oh, man, this is something we can do. And me and the family, we just got together, and we started planning. We was like, all right, so we can do this, that, and the other. And we're going to stick to it, and we're going to build a success. We're going to keep on going forward and grow. So later on, after being in business for a while, we kind of learned and grow, and we developed a habit, a more of a business mindset now. And it's definitely improvement as far as family and also business.
Wow. Well, thank you for your leadership as a young man, that you had a vision. So it started, you had a vision. You were working, did you say you got laid off with your job? Was it?
Had to lay them off.
Oh, fun. That's really, okay. So Dad is the boss and then the lay off his son. Okay. But that turned into sometimes those moments in life where it's, okay, you get a blow, so to speak, and then you go, well, let me rethink this thing here. So good on you, Kevin Jr., for having an open mind. And I'm also so intrigued. I mean, you guys were a unit as it was. You were the boss at the hotel, right? The general manager, which I just want to put in a word here because we've done so many events at hotels. I really appreciate the role of the general manager. It's a really important role at hotels because we rented many for our events. And you seem like you have a wonderful personality that's disposed to that. And it is a personality driven kind of, gotta love people.
Gotta love it.
You gotta love it. So Kevin Jr., good on you. And so from the very moment, there was this concept of, hey, let's do this as a family. You saw it happened while you were with your family. Hey, Dad, look, check this out. And Dad, you were open enough. I mean, you already had a working relationship in the normal, brick and mortar world. So there already was that. And so you were a team in a sense, albeit other employees and all that kind of thing. So it was a quick move. Talk to me about, because I love the family dynamics and conversation. What then brought your wife on?
Well, I decided to make it not just about Kevin and Kevin. We need the whole family because, believe it or not now, me being the general manager of the hotel, I had Kevin as my banquet manager. My wife was my senior bartender. So everybody was laid off together. I laid off all employees.
Through the
coronavirus, I had to lay them off. There was nothing I could have done, so they didn't feel hardships about me. They knew it was something that was by law.
Yeah.
So laying everybody off, they started to draw unemployment, but it still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And I said, y'all, we're not just going to sit back as a family. Let's find a way. And when Kevin brought this to our attention, I was hesitant because being in the business for so long, I didn't want to get hustled by anyone or to put up money and not become successful with it.
Okay.
So I looked at it myself and I said, okay, now that you've done all your homework with it, Kevin, let me look at it. Okay. So my wife and I just studied the videos And we was like, wow, this may work. I think this is the niche for us. And we registered, and we never stopped since. And
Wow.
in every one of our mentor meetings, I encouraged even the ones that just signed on, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't lose focus.
Yeah.
If you put yourself out to start it, finish it. It will become successful for you.
Yeah. I love something you said earlier, Kevin Sr., where you said you knew from the get-go. You're coaching your family through it because you've been in the business world as a general manager. Was there ever a problem you had to solve when you were a general manager?
So many.
So many.
They called me the problem solver because when I have anywhere from my 16 managers that would come to me daily with different situations,
Yeah.
I would have to be the one that be in the middle to find a solution.
Right.
And that was my only job, to let's
Yeah.
find a solution, make it happen.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did the best, was finding a solution. So
Perfect.
even
Yeah.
with this business, it's the same concept.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the same concept.
I just really want to focus on this because it's a game changer and I don't want to jump right over it. We are going to get to tips and strategies and you guys and your beautiful manuals, but you knew going into it, we're going to hit bottlenecks because you were the bottleneck breaker, solver, however you want to put it. And your position, banquet manager, we've had a lot of banquet managers, Kevin Jr., and I know you hit hurdles there too. So anyways, all to say, I love the attitude. You went in, not pie in the sky, but with a very realistic attitude. Of course, there's going to be bottlenecks. Of course, the marketplace changes. Things in Amazon change, but you know they can be solved because Kevin, that was Kevin Sr., your main job. So I hope that's a really big takeaway for people and you embrace it with enthusiasm, even knowing that to be true, the journey ahead, whereas others knowing that there might be bottlenecks ahead, no, game over, this is not going to work for us. But you know, hey, it's all good. And you also know how to do it as a team. All right, I'm going to go back just a little bit. The homework piece, Kevin Jr. So Dad, you assigned it. You said, okay, great, Kevin, this looks good. You go through it. So Kevin, talk about that feeling when you went through the training. What was the energy like as you were starting to go through?
It kind of felt like school again. We would go in the living room and we would watch on TV. We pull it up and watch all the videos and we just make sure we get everything down, right down to the T of it. So we can just check back and say, okay, this is what we have to do. Check this off. This is what we have to do. Check this off. And once we got familiar with it, we just kept on moving on. And then next thing you know, we just started taking off with it. I was like, oh man, this is definitely good. And I noticed, and after, doing this for a while, we became more happier. It's more stress-free. Back at a job, you have to worry about a lot. You have to worry about first being at the job. You have to worry about the environment at the job. Here, it's like you're more home. It's more peaceful, and it's family. So it's way better.
Well, it shows in your countenance that you are, both of you, very, very happy. All right. Let's start to go through then. You came in August into the 90-day peak performance mentoring. You guys took this really serious when you said going back to school. So you're all sitting out in the living room with the TV on as you do the video on there. Big screen, I assume. It's not a little thing. You're on a laptop. It's on the screen. It must have been really fun to go through it and then even process and dialogue through it after a training. Hey, did you guys catch it all? Or, hey, I didn't quite understand that. Hey, go back to minute 9. I think I had a question there. Was it like that when you went through it?
Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Yes, it was. And that's what I say, that I still played the general manager role. Every morning at 9 o'clock, I'll be yelling at the kids, come down, y'all, let's go. It's time, let's get it started. And we would put it on the big screen. And somebody would ask a question. I said, I don't know if that was what I heard. Let's rewind it. And we would rewind it and listen again. So my wife took the initiative to say, you know what, I'm gonna, after every module, you could print off things. I'm gonna make a binder for each one for shipping, holding on to your receipts, all of your VA, how to hire, what to say to them. I said, wow, baby, this is nice. I like this. And we needed it because there was times that we wanted to ask the VA a question. We was like, oh my goodness, do we have to start the video again? Well, she said, grab your book. She was just like our teacher again. Grab your book. And we would open the binder and there it was. The questions, the tests that we needed to give the VA. I was like, wow, this was very helpful. Definitely. And now I turned it over to Kevin because he leads the VAs. Oh. And I see him in here every almost week with the book. So I said, yes, it worked.
Okay, I hope that's a takeaway just there alone. I know some of you are like, wait a minute, I don't have my wife helping me or my son and my daughter. That's okay. That's okay. What you're hearing is, what I'm hearing is mega focus and attention.
Love it that your wife too, Kevin, is she's the organizer. It sounds like you're all bringing your unique strengths to bear in this. That's what makes a great team.
Yeah. So Esther is your wife and Norlee, your daughter, and she also worked at the hotel and she lost her job. Is that right?
Norlee didn't. She was the youngest one, but we couldn't bring her aboard yet. Oh. But we put her in the business. And at first she wasn't. It was just us three. Then I was like, hold on. Norlee wants to get some of the income. She's going to have to work too. And she was pretty good with the computer, so we had her do shipping. So Kevin showed her all the shipping. Her mother showed her the binder that she created. When she got stuck, pulled the binder. And man, she is our shipping queen right now. So she could tell you what goes in poly bags, what should be in a box.
And
so
you guys,
we enjoy it.
You're doing both merchant fulfilled and FBA, right? I'm showing a picture of your shipping desk with your wife and daughter there, and you've got the whole business going on there.
Correct.
Yes. This is our own fulfillment center now.
we thought that all of us are home during the coronavirus. Why give more money to them when we can ship it? We're less than a mile from all three of our FedEx, UPS, and Postal Service. So we, like today, when we get through with the call, we got to take a shipment to FedEx. So this is what we do, and we're enjoying it.
Well, let's talk about that because Brian had told me, gave me a heads up that you guys are using the full gamut of options to ensure products are getting in. And I want to really dive into this and make a distinction because just so everybody knows, Amazon is experiencing massive growth. There's an article, I think I have it close at hand, in the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, here it is. Okay, the pandemic collapsed into 3 months. A process of adopting e-commerce that otherwise would have taken 10 years. So Corona took 10 years and bunched it down into 3 months. So what this means is there's massive, massive growth in the e-commerce space, which reinforces all the more the great decision you have made as a family. But so there can be a backlog at times at Amazon. Well, Amazon is so huge, there's, I don't know if you even want to call it a workaround, more so there are options. So Brian, I think we should delve into that so everyone is really clear on this. There's the FBA when you ship it to the Amazon warehouse, and there's also merchant fulfill. You two are doing both those methods, correct?
Correct.
Let's go into that. I don't know, Brian, if you coached on that in one of the peak performance calls, but this is very important because what it allows is adaptability so that you keep the money flowing. You know, getting those products in is key. You've chosen, no, we're going to ship from home. We got a drill sergeant over there that's pumping stuff out. And so, you know, you've chosen, you're maintaining control by utilizing the full gamut of options. Is that fair to say, Brian, of what is kind of the overall assessment here?
Well, we promote mainly FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon, and using Amazon's fulfillment warehouses in our training. But we do have training on merchant fulfillment So I'd like to hear from you two. What made you decide to do merchant fulfillment as well as FBA?
At first, when we started doing FBA, it was pretty good. You know, we just shipped it out to Amazon, let them take care of it. But then I noticed something. One of our products got lost. And Amazon just recently sent us a reimbursement, but it took a while. It took about probably 3 months for them to reimburse us. Even though we got our money back, but still, you know, that's something that I really want to take into consideration. And once we started doing fulfillment by merchant, it was a lot easier. You know, we can get it right out to the customer. We don't have to worry about losing no products, and everything was just a little bit more faster and more profitable. Because Amazon, they do take a lot out just to give it to them, but it worked out at the end.
I'm curious, what's your ratio? Do you happen to know your ratio of merchant fulfilled versus FBA?
I would say 80-20. We do more fulfillment here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
really? 80%?
Quarantine is just something we do.
Definitely.
Okay. Wow.
We did that because, and we know this is fourth quarter. If we ship something to Amazon, they're not going to get it and put it on their inventory list for at least 3 weeks. Maybe it could be a little longer. And with it being fourth quarter, by the time you even order the merchandise to get to you,
Right.
you inspect it and then send it to the fulfillment center. Some time is gone.
Yeah.
And me and Kevin said, hey, this is our money-making quarter. We need to do things right now to make the money.
Yeah.
And we noticed doing Amazon fulfillment, we would look at the phones at 1 o'clock at night. We just got a hit. We would come downstairs and started getting the shipping labels ready. So at 9 o'clock, we're sitting at UPS or FedEx. And we be laughing. We was like, Amazon gonna learn from us. We got 1 day shipping.
You guys are way too eager. Oh my gosh.
It's perfect. 1 a.m. Ding! Hey, Kevin, you still up? Yeah, I'm up. Let's meet downstairs.
I could be somewhere else getting something to eat, and he'll send me a message and say, Kevin, did you notice you got an order? I said, oh, let me check. Okay, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. I'll be right down. Oh, what a family operation. How beautiful. So that really speaks again of there's an intuitiveness, like Kevin Jr., you noting, whoa, wait a minute now. That money that's sitting inside that product, that is essentially an investment into a product, it has to earn its keep. And you're going, wait a minute, 3 weeks? Nah, This is the fourth quarter. I need that money turning sooner, not later. And that is the final name of the game with Amazon is it's putting your money in and getting the velocity as high, as fast as possible. That's it, bar none. If that dollar at the beginning of the year can turn 15 times instead of 3 times, that makes a huge difference in your business because the multiplier is in the profit every time that dollar turns in the next subsequent product. That's the name of the game, bar none, is seeing how many times that dollar flips. So there was an attentiveness to that and knowing that you had a range of options doing merchant fulfilled. So good on you. Are you guys also doing local retail arbitrage or strictly online?
Now, we started with local retail arbitrage. We kind of got a little impatient with it. We would go into different stores, be 5 stores in 1 day, and we'll scan over 100 products. And we noticed most of them that we scan are gated, and we couldn't sell it. And so he got a little frustrated, and I got a little frustrated, and I was like, Dad, let's try something else. So we hired a VA, and we ended up doing everything online based. So we get all the products online, have it shipped to us. We check the product, make sure everything is good with it, make sure it's exactly what we ordered, and we just ship it out to the customer. And
Awesome.
we kind of gave up on the local retail arbitrage. Now, we did make a couple good products, profitable products with local retail arbitrage, but we made more profit with doing retail arbitrage.
Oh, okay. All right. You may end up looping back to it once you get ungated more, because the way in ungating, the more you sell, the more Amazon goes, hey, we got a hot seller here. And they'll start ungating things for you by default for the fact that you got some hustle in your bustle. You're getting products in and you're selling. I mean, truly, Amazon wants sellers who are selling, and they reward accordingly. So I don't doubt that will be happening for you guys.
And that goes back to having a bump in the road. Don't give up.
Yeah.
We were in many stores and we got frustrated, but that put us to another level to get back home. But you know what? We're getting a VA today.
Yeah.
Not next week, not next month. We're going to let them do this work. And it worked. And when we saw the VA, how strong it was, all we had to do was go buy the product now. It was like, okay, this is even easier. Let's do it. And we still go out and source,
Yeah.
but it's not as often.
Right.
And like we found a product now, right after this call, it would take 6 days to get it shipped. But remember, we're fourth quarter, we're going to pick it up today.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to be worth it because it's a hot seller. It's selling right now every day, 30 days, 60 days, it's on fire. So I said, nope, we're not going to wait. Let's go. Let's get it. We're not doing anything again. So that is what I say. You're going to get that bump in the road. You're going to get a little frustrated. But if you stay focused, come up with a solution, it's going to be successful for you.
That's right.
This is one of the hallmarks of a successful entrepreneur, that ability to adapt, to see that, oh, I need to make a little adjustment here, and need to make a little adjustment there. And my hat's off to you. You know, you hired the VA, and then you told me that you had a few challenges with this VA. So you've had a little learning curve there. You want to talk briefly about that?
Definitely. Oh, man. It's been a journey. I can say that. At first, when we was first getting used to the VA, we would get work from her, and we noticed it was pretty good. But then we noticed something else. She was missing a few things that we needed from her, and we had mentioned it to her. We said, "Hey, we have this criteria we need from you," and she would do it. But she also had other people she was working with too. So we had to comment on that, say, hey, I know you're working for other people, but can you please fill out our criteria also? She got a little annoyed with that comment. So she ended up doing a little less work than we expected. So it was like, okay, we either got to look for a new VA or hire another one. So right now we found 2 good VAs, and currently they're about to start work for us on Sunday, this coming Sunday. And we're going to see how it goes, and we wish them the best of luck. But I would say for a VA, you definitely have to lay your foot down and let them know exactly what you need from them. Because if you don't, they'll just give you what they think and what they think that you need.
Yeah.
And see, with my experience, I let Kevin spearhead it. And he would come back and say to me, Dad, the VA didn't do this, or Dad, the ROI, she's only giving us like a $4, which is a return on investment. And we would say, you know what, Kevin, this is not profitable. You need to give her this. So I would give Kevin 5 top criterias that is our requirements. And you have her do this. And then you go and open up the spreadsheet with her and share her mistakes, share her not profit, and then also give her the good ones. Let her know, hey, this is great. You're doing good at this one, but we need more of this. I said, remember, at the end, she works for you. You do not work for her. And with that being said, oh my goodness, it changed. And we were so pleased that we spread out our wings a little further and got a second VA that will cover some of the slack that the one VA would do. So we noticed that when one VA didn't give us the product that we were looking for, the second one would. And that's what I say to anyone that's on this call that's getting ready to hire a VA. Remember, they work for you. If you don't guide, lead, and control them, they're going to guide, lead, and control you.
Yeah.
you're going to get what you got out of it, meaning low ROIs, things that are really not selling. And you got to do some of the homework too by going and checking. I remember my boss used to tell me, you can't guarantee it was done until you have checked it.
That's right.
And that's my new motto, even coming into this business. I would say to Kevin, did you pull up that? Did you go on AZ Inside and see if it was selling? I'm not going to purchase it until you have checked it. And then I'm still not going to buy it until I have checked it. And wow, with the 3 in place, this is how we move this business.
Wow. I am so impressed. Okay. Tremendous leadership. You know, you manage a team of how many managers as a GM? What was it?
16 managers.
16 managers.
Employees.
Whoa. Okay. So I think, folks, you can clearly hear there's extreme leadership and coaching here when you hit the snag with the VA. Yeah. And then you're saying, Kevin, you're the boss, though. You tell her the standard you want it at. And furthermore, you must inspect it. So that takes real leadership instead of, oh, frustration. This gal just isn't doing it right. And, oh, man, I knew this model wasn't going to work. Yeah, game over. It's like, no, you're not quite the leader you need to be in your business, which brings me to this point. From day one, this program is designed to groom you up to be the CEO of your business. Kevin Jr., are you feeling like you're growing in CEO stature, especially with your dad's oversight there?
Definitely. It's been a big journey. We learned so much, and I just like to keep growing now, just keep on moving forward. There's so much that I'm still even learning. I say this type of mentality that we've all learned and, developed, it would definitely lead us into the upcoming years, even from more years ahead on. We would definitely go on and probably build something else with it.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are going to learn so much. And the skill sets that you develop together as a family unit, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. And every piece of that journey is so precious and important. The problem with the VA, that was just rich with learning that can happen for you instead of, oh, look at, I knew this wouldn't work. No, we're going to make it work. So good on you, Brian. I'm curious, are there questions coming in? Because I haven't seen with the panel at all, the comments. Mm-hmm. Okay. So are you two cool with answering some of the questions from the fellow members here at E-Commerce Business School?
No problem.
All right, let's do it.
So this is kind of a two-part, because I'm going to add a second part to this question. Dave is asking, with each of you having a different responsibility, what responsibilities have you passed over to your VAs? And I'm going to add a second part. What responsibilities do you plan to pass over to a VA somewhere in the fairly near future?
You do it.
I would say I would try to have our VA run our business automatic. As soon as we start to get a certain level of profit, I would then move the VA to a higher role and be able to manage over our entire business and just have it run that way. Right now, we have our VA currently just giving us products and we buy products. Right now, we lead all the sourcing to them. That's the main job for them. Later on, we would definitely strive for wholesale and get our own private label. And that's going to be what I think really going to take us off right there.
Those binders that you're creating, and there's comments here, like, let's see, Natasha saying, having a binder is a very smart tactic. I'm managing so far myself with notes. So their members are being inspired here by your binders. But your binders have all your processes of your business, right? All the processes.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up for that management system so that you can take these processes, they're written, hand them over to a virtual assistant to perform those specific processes. You guys you're just doing it right. I'd so admire this.
I do too. I love it. We'll have to hold those up again, by the way. I think that was real early. Would you mind? Thank you. Exactly.
Answer Tasha's question. Yep, that binder is full of literature, knowledge. Right? It has from our, oh my goodness, we forgot to talk about boot camp. That was a powerful, powerful session for us. You must attend boot camp. It actually starts your business.
Yeah,
it makes you get up in the morning to get ready. It goes from how to train your VA. What notes do you need to train that VA? It goes from the resumes that you send out. It goes from your shipping. What can you ship? What can you not ship? Instead of pulling up things, we have it already ready for us in the binder. And in the back of this one is our six-figures income. But on all of our binders, we have an at a glance. So when it's Naughty shipping, she can easily pull up things to go back to see what we're supposed to be doing, what is being shipped, all of our passwords. When we order products, all of our stuff is in binders of dates that we ordered it with the receipts. So if we ever got audit, we have everything.
Yep, so we can always check back and make sure we see what we
The second one is our expenses. December is coming, everyone. You're going to need to be prepared for taxes. Well, we don't have to go and pull up things. All of our, if we canceled anything, it's under a cancel tab with the receipt. If we ordered anything, it's in our ordered log with the receipt showing the date and the time that we ordered that product. So yeah, it's get your binders, put them together. You're going to go back to that binder 50 times.
Oh yeah, it helped us out most of the way. I
And-
remember sometimes I check back.
Plastic sheets too, because you're using them so much, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know what? It's so clear and obvious. You treat this like a real business that you are going to take to six figures and beyond. You're setting the foundation so firmly because of the mental attitude, the approach that you have with your business is such a strong and sure foundation that it's guaranteed it's going to happen because the mental attitude is there. And then how you put together the processes akin to, my husband and I looked at Jan the King. It's a franchise thing many, many decades ago when we were newly married. We didn't buy it, but it was a franchise and they showed us the 3-ring binder and you'll get this, that's the keys to the kingdom. Is that not how you feel with that? Those are the keys to the kingdom is what you've organized with your manuals. Beautiful.
Definitely.
What else do we have, Brian? Any others?
Couple of questions on how you're tracking the sales and inventory. Are you using software for that? Are you using Inventory Lab? Or are you doing it manually there?
Currently, we will start to use Inventory Lab, but right now we still trying to focus on our growth for profit, and then once we make enough profit, we would then invest into Inventory Lab. Inventory Lab is pretty good though. I like it. From glance, I was like, oh, this is something we gotta get. It will help us out. But right now, we kind of calculate everything with a calculator and make sure we're doing good sales and profit and return to profit.
But like I told Kevin, I'm old school. What if that computer went down? What if that computer crashed? This will never go away. This I can always go to and pull my inventory and add up all of my weekly receipts because that's what we do by week. Then we have a by month. And then that is loaded into our own software that we control. And it's not an inventory lab or anything. We just have an Excel spreadsheet. And it's set up at the bottom tab is weekly. There's a monthly. And they all generate over to each other. So when I go to say, Kevin, what did we do for the month? He'll go to the monthly tab. And we was like, oh, okay. Well, did you go into Amazon and match the two? Yeah, Dad, I already did that.
I just have to say, again, referring to the countenance earlier, you guys are so enamored with what you're doing. And Kevin, your smile is so beautiful. I just see this complete love and joy for what you're doing. I mean, it just is oozing out of you. And I feel like all us coaches and trainers would stand up. If you were in a room with us, we would be applauding you right now. In fact, I mean, I'm just about getting tears in my eyes. It's so exceptional and so worthy of praise what you have done together as a team. I'm so happy and proud of you. I can't wait till we start having our live events again, when the hotels can fire up again and we do our events and we can see each other face to face. I miss that a lot, where I can see our members, and give people a big old hug and whatnot. So we've gone pretty long, but I got a feeling, Brian, we're going to have this incredible team back on again sometime in the future. I can't wait to see where you guys are 3-6 months from now. I didn't get with the audience here, everyone who's listening. Can you guys give them some love in those good old love things over
There's been
Facebook?
lots of little hearts and thumbs up going by.
Proudest dad out here.
I bet you are, and you should be.
Because he learns. He'll tell you, I'm a warrior on him. But when I see him make that change, I sit back and sometimes I'm just laughing, because when he was ready to fire that VA, I said, before you fire them, did you do this, this, and this? Okay, Dad. So he would get on that Zoom call and I hear him over there saying, well, I don't see this on the spreadsheet. Why didn't you turn this into me? And I'm on the background saying, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah.
Oh man, you're coaching him through to be just an amazing leader within this family business. And you guys are just incredible. Oof. Truly, I'm so impressed. Kevin Jr., for you taking that initiative, that spark is what it took to say, I'm going to do something different. And that takes some boldness and courage. You did it. You brought it to the attention of your family. Amazing that Corona is the strange factor that brought about this beautiful business for you, right? A curse into a blessing.
Make a negative, turn it into positive.
That's right. Okay, well, wonderful. I feel like we could spend the rest of the day with you two guys, but we're going to move on, because I know you guys, you got some hustle going on for a Saturday for your business. I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
Got work to do when we get off.
That's right. So I better let you get to it. Thank you, Brian, for being the mentor and coach to Kevin and Kevin, as well as our other coaches, Danita and May has been a part of this. And I'm just so grateful to the team of trainers that have been able to be a part of your journey to facilitate. Perhaps on your end, a final word for the two of you. Right now, there are some people who have tripped over this Facebook Live and are watching it. What would you tell them about the e-commerce business school and what it has done for you?
I would say it helped us. It gave us a different life purpose as far as financial growth, business, health and wealth and time. It definitely helped you become your own owner. I know most people, they have a 9-to-5 and they're so used to working for somebody, but this gives you the opportunity to do what you want to do and to be the person you want to be. And that's my point.
To me, oh my goodness, mentoring. You will never find another e-commerce out there that will mentor you. Not only personally, you could send Facebook questions and you have a slew of people giving you, I would do this. This is what I have done. From the purchasing of equipment to I'm stuck on this. How do I do it? Or coming on 2 or 3 different Zoom calls, mentoring. I've never seen nothing like this. And this is why I was so impressed. And it's hard to impress me, I got to say, because I'm old school. And I researched so much till I said, nope, I'm not getting scammed. This is nowhere near a scam. Nowhere near a scam. This is probably, if you do the most thing I would tell you, stay focused. Have a strategy. Where you want to go, how far do you want to take you and your family? You're going to get there. And when that bump become a bump, you find a way to get over the bump. And getting over the bump is e-commerce mentoring. Ask that question. Raise your hand. No dumb question is a dumb question. I say to anybody. Well, I didn't want to ask. I don't want people to feel that no, you need to. We're all in this together. When we got started, we asked some of the weirdest questions. But come to find out, other people were on the call wanting to ask that same question. That's how we became who we are. We asked the question. And we didn't ask it from just one mentor, because I wanted to know, did Bryant say the same thing that Candia would say? And my goodness, they would. They will come right back and tell you, no, I wouldn't order that. Right now, why don't you just run with what you have? Or they would give you ideas. And that blew us up right there. They didn't just come in and say, this is what it's going to cost you for the program. We see you at the end of your 90 days. Man, even when we got to boot camp, we thought we were in the military.
I gotta say, the coaching was on a different level. They held her hand to the very end. And I thank you guys for that.
A phenomenal coaching.
Thank you so much. They put their heart and soul in. So thank you so much. All right, Brian, let's stick with this, gentlemen. We're just going to close through some final slides here. So next week on Saturday Morning Live, 9 a.m. Central, we're going to feature Ed Dassey. So many of you have connected with Ed, especially if you attended our last Trifecta. And Trifecta is coming up again, by the way. So we'll talk about that soon. But we'll be featuring Ed Dassey. He is doing extremely well in his online arbitrage business, and he'll be talking about systems. And so again, this is the e-commerce business school, and you can see on the slide there, that is a photo back when we were meeting face to face. This is up in Minnesota, and we have a lot of fun when we come together as a family. The next slide is hustle and heart is what sets us apart. I think you guys all saw that very clearly with Kevin and Kevin. There's hustle and there's heart in their business. And the next slide there, Brian. So if you want to learn and check us out, you can go to our homepage, and that's joinebs.com to get to our homepage. And it's a wrap for today's Saturday Morning Live for e-commerce sellers. Again, thank you so much, Kevin and Kevin. This really did go long. I'm kind of scolding myself for going so long, but my goodness gracious, I think we could go on all day. It's really, truly been a delight to have you two. I wish I could give you both a big hug right now, because I'm super proud of you, and I'm very, very happy for you.
Thank you. We appreciate everything you've done for us.
Yes, indeed. And we're on Facebook, so if people got questions, come on there. We'll help them. That's what it's about. When someone make it, pull someone up to help make it too. So if we can help another family, we're there.
Definitely.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
It used to be said, if you're not online, you're not in business. That's from like 15 years ago. All right. Now it's that if you're not on Amazon, you're not in business.
Regardless of that big dream, you've got to build a foundation. You have to have a business that has cash flow.
You need more cash? Go out and source some more. Shove those products into Amazon. What's going to spit out the other end is profit. It's that simple, isn't it?
Then they start looking at it as, this really is a system. So how can I add more to my system? How can I start to scale this?
That's why this is so integral, each pillar leading up sequentially to that long-term reliable business.
These are the real assets then that somebody who wants to buy a business, this is what they look for.
This is the brand launcher, the career launcher, the income launcher. It's a beautiful thing. And I know you're going to love what this can do for you. You're going to get a vision. You're going to get a vision to grow your business, to sell it for a profit. kind of show your pals, your friends, your family?
Yes, you can make $1 million just selling on Amazon alone.